Good evening, student. I am Professor Barkha Sharma from SIRT College, Bhopal. Today's topic is propositional logic. This is from discrete mathematics and it is very important for CSBS student. A proposition is a declarative sentence that it is either true or it is false. The moon is made of green cheesy is an example of proposition and it is a declarative sentence. We know it's false but it is proposition. Similarly, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 is true and it is a declarative sentence. 0 plus 0 is equal to 2 is false but it is a declarative sentence. Now next, preposition variable is represented by small p, q, r and s. The preposition that is always true is denoted by capital T and the preposition that is always false is denoted by capital F. Compound proposition construct proposition logic. Connectives. Connectives is negation, conjunction, disjunction, exclusive, implication and condition. The logical connectives negation truth table is unary. Here is represented by negation and binary truth table. Here this is P and Q. It is called conjunction. P or Q is called disjunction. It is a implies it conditional and it is biconditional. It is represented in a truth table. Converse, contrapositive and inverse. From P to Q we can form a new conditional statements is the converse of P and Q. Here is a converse of P and Q. It's a contrapositive of P and Q and it's a inverse of P and expressing the biconditional. Some alternative way P if and only if Q is expressed in English. P is necessary and sufficient for Q. If P then Q and conversely P if Q. Now equivalent proposition. Two propositions are equivalent if they always have the same truth table. Showing this a truth table that the condition is equivalent to the contrapositive. Here look at this, it's a contrapositive. ये दो जो आपके पास में ये जो values हैं both are same and it's a contrapositive and it is a equivalent if they always have the same truth table. Both truth table are the same. Now next, translating English sentence. Step to convert the English sentence to statement in propositional logic. Identify atomic propositions and represent using propositional variable. Determine appropriate logical connectives. If I go to Harry's or to the country, I will not go to shopping. I go to Harry's, I go to the country, I will go shopping. If P or Q then not R and it is represent a logical, it is a logical representation of the English sentence. Tautology. A tautology is a proposition which is always true. For example, this is P or negation of P is an example of tautology. Contradiction. Contradiction is a proposition which is always false. P and negation of P is always a contradiction. Logical equivalent. Two component proposition P and Q are logically equivalent if P and Q is a tautology. We write this as this form and P and Q are component propositions. Two component propositions P and Q are equivalent if and only if the columns in a truth table given their truth value agree. This truth value shows is equivalent P negation of P or Q is equivalent to P conditional Q. Laws of logic. डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ. एक्चुअली बुलियन अलजेब्रा में पहले भी हम लोग ये लॉज को देख चुके हैं. इन लॉज को अभी हम ट्रुथ टेबल के थ्रू इक्विवेलेंट प्रूफ कर रहे हैं. यह P and Q, negation of P, negation of Q, P and Q, negation of P and Q, and negation of P or negation of Q. Both are same. Both are same. It's a De Morgan's law. Now next, algebraic law of logics. We know commutative law, associative law, distributive law, and idempotent law. Here, logic laws of logic: identity law, inverse law, domination law, absorption law, and equivalence proof. Equivalence proof is negation of P or negation of P and Q is equally equivalent to negation of P and negation of Q. Here is a representation of Boolean algebra by truth table. Propositional function. Propositional function become propositional and have truth value when their variables are each replaced by a value from the universe. The statement Px is said to be value of propositions function P at x. For example, Px is denoted by x is greater than 0 and the universe of x be the integer. Then P minus 3 is always false. P of 0 is always false because x is greater than 0. P of 3 is true. Often the universe is denoted by capital U. So in the example, U is the integer. Now example of propositional function. Let x plus y is equal to z be denoted by r of x by z and U is the universal for all three variables. Be the integer. Find this truth table. 2 minus 1 of 5 r 3 4 and 7 and r x 3 and z. Here x plus y is equal to z. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर अगर हम इसका सॉल्यूशन देखें तो is always false, is always true and is not a proposition, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपके पास में वेरिएबल नहीं है, आप इसको सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते. Thank you for watching this video.